Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am back once again for another Slim Sports interview. And as always, I am your host, Jay Slim. And joining me once again on the podcast, last year had her on after her freshman year where she dominated. Year two, nothing different. She's still dominating the boards, dominating the post, putting people on the ground left and right, saying, no, this is my time to shine. And she did just that with Central Michigan this past season. Ladies and gentlemen, 6'2" forward, Ayanna-Sarai Darrington. What's going on, eh?
Hey guys, nice to see y'all.
Hey, excited to get you back on the podcast. Definitely fans, viewers that saw the podcast last season are definitely excited to have you on again this year. Because once again, during your sophomore year, you went off and just did what you do best, grabbed rebounds left and right, scored left and right. And now you have a new journey to go on to that we'll touch on here in a little while, going to a new destination at the Power 5 level. We'll touch on that later. But first, I want fans, viewers that are just now getting to hear your name, to get to know some of these accolades to your name, some of the accomplishments that you have already in your young career in a segment that I like to call Resume Rundown, where I'm going to show off what you do best by doing what I do best. And as you know, that's making graphics. So I'm going to show off a nice one right here. And I mean, freshman year, I mentioned how you dominated right off rip in the 24-25 season. You led all of the freshmen in the MAC conference in rebounds, offensive boards, and field goal percentage. You came into your sophomore year, you said, you know what? I want to keep on being myself. I want to keep on doing what I do. You ended up being an all MAC second team selection this year. You actually were MAC player of the week March 3rd, and you led the entire MAC conference in field goal percentage, shot well over 50% from the field. And you actually still hold the record, I believe, for most rebounds in a game by a freshman for Central Michigan with 21 against Ball State freshman year. So obviously able to do what you do left and right. And coming off that freshman year with Central Michigan, obviously you know what you can do now. You have that taste at the college level. Like, okay, I have a year of experience under my belt. How would you say going into year two, you really were able to utilize that to take that next step forward, improve your numbers, and also improve the win totals for Central Michigan this past year?
I just felt like being able to start off like in a good pace. I was able to like just catalyst my second year. I was able to just keep the momentum up. I was able to roll with the confidence I already achieved and just continue on my journey.
Hey, I mean, simple enough right there. Obviously, you already know what you can do, so you kept on doing it, and obviously, you did it very well. And it also helps when you have a great group coming back with you. Obviously, you came back from your freshman season. You had Maddie Morrison, who averaged 20 points a game this season. She came back as well. Demetria Pruitt, Taylor Anderson. I mean, yourself, obviously, just incredible chemistry that you guys had already built from the year before coming back. And obviously, that was a big component of what you guys were able to do this past season. Talk to me real quick about that chemistry and how that was able to translate to the court right away this season to build on more success.
Well, we already knew each other. We had played with each other prior, so we knew what each other could do. We had confidence in ourselves and our teammates, and it just allowed us to be able to like feel like a family and just throw the ball. We know where they're finna be, so we could throw it there. We just believed in each other.
Absolutely. I mean, you and Maddie seem to be that 1-2 punch, especially. I mean, you guys just she obviously averaged 20 points per game. You yourself, I mean, you averaged 15 points per game, 7.3 rebounds, shot 56.7% from the field. And some of these games that you had were just unreal. 25 points and seven boards against Akron, 22 points and eight boards against Valparaiso. And yeah, we got to mention that game against Ohio here. 27 points, 21 rebounds,
Yeah.
made 11 of your 14 shots from the field. So that efficiency was just insane. And her numbers, I mean, she was really efficient as well. Talk to me real
Yes.
quick about the bond that you two have, both coming in. You were both freshmen last year, I believe. You're both in your sophomore years, and you two are probably, if not definitely, the leaders of the team this past year with what you guys were able to do. Talk to me about that 1-2 punch.
Um, we just have this bond. We do stay with each other outside of basketball, so I guess that helps a lot. And we just know how to play basketball. We just play basketball with each other, have that good chemistry. I know where she's about to be on the court. I can set a screen. I know she's gonna go off of it, and we just have that type of chemistry. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of unreal. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, yeah, we're best friends. That's really it, really.
Hey, there you go. That's awesome for the two of you. Obviously, big reason why you guys were able to have such an offensive powerhouse this past season in the MAC conference. I mean, you guys put up some insane numbers as a team overall that I'll touch on here in a moment. But I want to talk real quick about this non-conference schedule because you guys played some very, very tough teams and beat some very, very tough teams. You guys ended up beating Butler and Purdue. Also competed against number 19 Notre Dame, number 6 Michigan, and number 17 Kentucky. And I know you scored double figures in quite a few of those games as well. Talk to me real quick about this early non-conference part of the schedule, getting these early wins against, these non-conference opponents and competing with some of the best. And how would you say that carried on throughout the season, what you guys were able to learn?
I'd say our coaches set us up for greatness, really. They scheduled our non-conference. They knew that we could do it. They knew we could compete with them, and we just needed that opportunity. And so they made sure we had it. And being that they made sure we had it, it just helped us in our regular season. We knew we could fight with our regular season just because of our non-conference. And we knew that if we could hang with Kentucky, we could hang with anybody here. And so, I mean, it was just they helped us build up our confidence with those preseason games, and that's what got us through our regular season.
Yeah, obviously, if you're able to hang with the best, you're able to be one of the best.
But I'm
And
saying,
there you go. Obviously, you proved that left and right, and you put up some big time highlights left and right throughout this past season. And we're going to get into a segment that we got to do last year where I get to show off some of the best plays that you had this past season in a segment that I like to call Make That Play, where once again, I put together my list of what I feel like were your top three plays from this past season. But obviously, you had, I believe, well over 150 makes this past season. So a lot to choose from for me. I want to ask you, as the one on the court doing what you do best, what would you say was your best play?
um, I'd say that one play in Valparaiso where I got a backcourt, dribbled all the way up the court, Euro step, and I like that. Or UMass where I was going down the court, caught the ball, did a little shimmy, came back, put it in. Two
Those
favorite plays.
Those two, I did like those two also. Again, you had over 150 makes. It's hard for me to just choose three, but
Man.
the three that I have just your ability to fight through contact, all three of these are and one opportunities that you had. And I'm going to start off at number three, which is an and one going against Marshall, the team that ended up winning the WNIT. Very tough opponent there. You ended up backing down that defender in the paint, use that muscle that you have, back them all the way down, and had a nice little hook layup there through contact. You were falling back already because they were right on top of you, and you still managed to make that through contact, went to the free throw line for the and one opportunity there. So that's at number three. Number two, offensive rebound putback plus the and one opportunity going against Eastern Michigan, where you end up missing that first shot just a little bit short off the rim. You said, no, I want another opportunity. You went up, grabbed that offensive rebound over top of them, and you ended up putting it right back up through contact once again, showing that perseverance that you have, always fighting through whatever you can in order to get that ball in the hoop. And you did just that there. Plus, obviously, the and one. Number one, got to mention this one against number 17 Kentucky, a huge layup plus the foul where you back down the Kentucky big, a very talented big man there, and you had her on the block, had a nice little drop step towards the baseline for an up and under reverse layup while falling down once again. And you ended up cashing in there, went to the free throw line, did your thing there once again. So obviously, left and right, you were able to make these big time plays. You were able to help this team be one of the top teams in the MAC conference this past year. And you guys actually led the MAC conference and were ranked seventh in the NCAA in rebound margin, where you guys basically had 10 more rebounds than your opponent every single night. You yourself, you averaged 7.5 rebounds. Taylor Anderson averaged 9.6 rebounds per game. What made this team so dominant at rebounding?
I just say our perseverance, our need to win. We knew that we had to get offensive rebounds. That was going to be our way of winning, so we made sure we got them. That was our determination. That really helped us just compete with anybody and everybody.
Yeah. I mean, with your athleticism and your size, I mean, you're being 6'2", you have a long wingspan, you're able to go up there with the best of them at the Power 5 level. I gotta give credit to Taylor Anderson, though. I believe she's like 5'10". The fact that she
Yeah.
averaged nearly 10 rebounds a game is insane. Like, credit to her. She did phenomenal, just like the rest of this team. And you yourself, you were consistent throughout the entire season between your scoring, rebounding, whatever it might be, your effort on the defensive side of the ball. You were always able to find ways to produce, had that ability to be consistent. How did you maintain that consistency and overall the efficiency that you had throughout the entire season from start to finish?
Um, I'd say just practice, just being able to stay up with everything, talking to my parents. They kept me in it a lot, mentally wise, and just knowing what I was able to do. I just, just do my regular, really.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you never really had an off game. Like everyone's gonna have a game where they may not score double figures,
Yeah.
but even if you didn't score double figures, you're still getting rebounds, still contributing defensively. It never seemed like you had an off game this past season, so to speak. And that's why you guys were able to put wins together left and right. You guys end up going 18 and 12 overall on the season, 12 and 6 in MAC conference action, had a 91 to 41 win over Valparaiso.
Mhm.
Akron, you had an 86 to 79 win there. And then got to mention that Purdue win, absolutely 57 to 55, where I believe you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think that was on your guys' home court, wasn't it?
But yeah,
Yeah,
it
going
was.
against a Big Ten opponent, getting that win at home. I'm sure the fans were going nuts. Obviously, you guys deserve that. So, I mean, you guys were able to have those wins all throughout the season. You guys had multiple, I believe, 4-game win streaks, 3-game win streaks. You guys only had 2 losses in a row twice this season. One of those was Michigan and then Kentucky, and then I believe towards the end with Miami of Ohio and UMass.
Yeah.
Uh, what made this team so resilient when it came to, obviously you had a few losses here and there, but you guys always bounced back. Talk to me about that resiliency that you mentioned, the perseverance to where you guys were able to climb the standings.
I would say, well, our coaches, they made sure that we just knew we were great. So that really helped us a lot. And whenever we get down, they make sure we get back up. They make sure we know that to win, we have to do it. Like there's nothing you can say anymore. We have to quit talking and start putting stuff to play, and that's what we decided to do. And we decided to do it for our seniors mostly, for Michi, for Ta, for Naku, and for Z. So we just decided to do it. Really, it was just a decision that we made.
Hey, there you go. Obviously, a really good decision that you guys
Yeah.
made. You guys were able to go off, do what you did. Obviously, season didn't end the way you guys wanted it to. I believe first round, you guys had a very close loss. I believe it was a 2-point loss to Ohio.
One
Uh,
point.
1 point, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, very close, but still prove doubters wrong, prove people wrong all throughout the season, doing what you do. And you're still continuing to do that because you're showing people that you're able to be this Power 5 level player, having entered the transfer portal, now committed and signed with Arizona State. And you're not going there alone because you're bringing your teammate Maddie Morrison with you. Both of
Yes.
y'all going to the Sun Devils, a fantastic program overall where their head coach, it was her first year with the program last year, I believe 20
Hmm.
plus wins, made it to
Yeah.
the NCAA tournament. So coming into a culture that's already set, talk me real quick about your decision personally to head to Arizona State and what is this combo of you and Maddie Morrison going to be able to do for the Sun Devils right away next season?
I say my decision heading there, their culture, it was really like a family culture. I could tell all the coaches loved each other and they loved basketball and the teammates, everybody was just like a family. Everybody was cool to be around and it was just something I wanted to be a part of. And then bringing me and Maddie into it, I say our impact it's gonna be fast. It's gonna be great. Me with the rebounds, Maddie with her shots, with her shot selection, and then with the other incoming transfers, I feel like we're gonna have a great start. We're gonna have each role is balanced, to say the least.
Hey, there you go. Obviously, when you have so much talent on a team, if you can get everybody to blend right away, and obviously
Exactly.
you and Maddie obviously have that ability to blend right away. So you're already a step ahead of a lot of these teams that are bringing in transfers that don't know each other. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to be tuning into the Sun Devils next season. You already know, got to show off that support, just like you've been able to support the podcast. And I want you to be able to help out the podcast a little bit more because I am always trying to find more players to get on this
Yeah.
podcast, get them on to tell their story, talk about their careers, just as you're doing now with this segment that I like to call Who's Up Next, where you get an opportunity to recommend some players to have on this podcast. So, who would you say is next up on the Slim Sports podcast?
Um, Maddie Morrison, of course. And I'd say Jada Mosley, Riley Smith. Riley's gonna be good this year. And Brylan Bushel for sure. Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Obviously, you know ball, so definitely got to get them on. Maddie, you and I already talked. Definitely planning on getting her on. Cannot wait to get her on this podcast to talk about her career. And obviously, amazing what you guys did together at Central Michigan. Now you're looking to go do the same thing with the Sun Devils, but also win a championship, make it to the NCAA tournament, and hopefully rise your stock into moving on to the professional ranks as well. But I do want to ask you real quick, what is next this offseason for you to improve on? Obviously, we know you're an insane rebounder. We know you're very efficient down there in the post. And I got to shout out your little jumper. When I was watching film, I know you got that mid-range jumper as well. What
It's
is
there.
next for you to improve on this offseason to where you can go to the Power Five level and contribute even more?
I'd say just being a triple threat, really. Three level scorer, getting up and down the court, just playing fast, playing with confidence. Triple threat, three level scorer. That's my next game.
Hey, there you go. If you're able to do that, obviously that helps you become even more of a complete player, make
Mm,
an even bigger impact to where now they have to worry about you anywhere on the court.
exactly.
Definitely cannot wait to see you knocking down some threes next season for the Sun Devils as well, giving Maddie a little bit of competition doing what she does, getting with
Yeah.
as far as points per game. Let's see who averages more next season. But
So,
definitely can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Definitely appreciate you hopping on once again for the Slim Sports podcast. And you already know next year you got another spot on to where we can talk about you guys going off, winning a conference championship, and hopefully making it all the way through the national tournament as well. So thank you so much as always for hopping on the Slim Sports podcast.
Thanks for bringing me.